Hey y'all, today I'm going to show you how to make gluten-free baguettes. Crispy, crunchy, gluten-free baguettes in less than 2 hours. That's right, these are for when you're really craving fresh gluten-free bread, but don't want to wait overnight for it. The dough comes together in no time. They're immediately kneaded and shaped and then left to rise just once before being baked for 30 to 35 minutes. Craving an artisan sandwich or bruschetta or just bread and butter? Let's get into it and I'll show you how to feed that craving quickly. We'll start by mixing 420 grams of warm water, about 95 to 100 degrees, maybe 105, I wouldn't go beyond that, with 20 grams of whole psyllium husks. And I'll mix this until it creates a gel, but I don't bother waiting, I just add my ingredients right on top of it. I'm also adding 21 grams of honey and 26 grams of olive oil, which I've mixed together already. And then 9 grams of instant yeast. Normally I dump everything else on top, but because we're making this in under 2 hours, I'm going to mix the yeast into everything else just to jumpstart it. Now I'll add 420 grams of Kim's gluten-free bread flour blend and 6 grams of kosher salt. And I'll get this right on the mixer and knead it using the dough hook. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can always use a handheld mixer. Most of them come with dough hooks these days, but if you don't even have that, you can use a wooden spoon, or if you have one, a Danish dough whisk, which is really cheap and really mixes dough well. You will need to put some elbow grease in there if you're mixing it by hand though. I like to let mine mix on the KitchenAid for 5 minutes until it's really smooth. And then I'll just dump this right out onto a floured surface. I always use whatever flour blend is in the recipe as bench flour, so in this case it's my gluten-free bread flour blend. And I'll hand knead this just for a minute or so. Doesn't have to take long. I'm just getting it into a nice and smooth dough. If I don't do this, I'm likely to get huge tunnels or holes in the middle of my finished loaves. Okay, that looks good. I'll divide this in half, just eyeballing it, and then shape each into a long baguette shape. I like to kind of start by slightly flattening it and then just pulling it over itself and kind of pushing it back after, so it creates this nice tension and a nice taut loaf. And then I pinch the seam and just start rolling it, always trying to taper it on the ends a bit, just so it's more like an actual baguette. Then I'll carefully place it on a sheet of parchment and shape the other one. These are about 14 to 15 inches long enough for it to fit on like a normal sheet of parchment, but not the standard baguette size, which I think is like 20 something inches long. I'll cover these with plastic wrap and let them proof until doubled in size. This shouldn't take too long. Mine usually take just about 30 minutes, but if your kitchen is cold, they may take longer. And I've slid this onto one of my pizza peels just to get it into the oven, but you could also use an overturned baking sheet. I'll score them about 3 times on each, not too deep, maybe 1/8 of an inch. I'll transfer them to my 450 Fahrenheit preheated oven onto a baking sheet with steam for the first 15 minutes and continue baking them for an additional 15 to 20 minutes or until they're golden brown. And if you lift them up, they'll feel like nothing really, like they have no weight to them at all. We have to let them cool completely before cutting into them, or you'll end up with a very gummy interior. They've got a shatteringly crisp exterior that's just like a real baguette. I'll just cut one in half so you can see the inside. Can you see how pillowy they are on the inside? This is basically my original gluten-free artisan bread, but made in less than 2 hours, y'all. It's just for those days when we want bread and we want it now. Enjoy.